Okay, so in this next section of this unit, again, it's a short unit, we're going to look at the calculations of solutions. So we're going to look at things like molarity and concentration and dilution. And so that's what we're going to look at today. So first off, concentration is how much solute dissolves in a specific amount of solvent or solution. And we kind of looked at that yesterday. We talked about how you have a saturated and an unsaturated and a supersaturated solution that all has to do with the concentration of your solute in your solvent. So your concentration is the mass of your solute over the mass or volume of your solution. Um, there's two major things you need to understand. So normally when we talk about drinks like maybe tea, or if you're a little bit older, certain adult beverages, coffee is another great one. We talk about it being weak or strong. We don't use that in chemistry. We use diluted and concentrated. Diluted is the same as weak. It's having more solvent or water to your solution. It decreases the concentration. So if you think about it, if you dilute tea, it tastes watery. Like think about if you get some sweet tea from Bojangles and you let the ice melt, that's a diluted solution. Concentrated is when you add more solute to the solution to increase the concentration. So it's adding extra sugar so that your sweet tea is even sweeter, okay? Or adding extra Kool-Aid mix, things like that. So diluted would be weak, concentrated would be strong. Molarity is the mass or the number of moles of your solute over the liters of your solution. And to determine your moles, it's that molar mass. Man, guys, I told you that's coming back. It's always going to be a part of chemistry, understanding moles and grams. So what you're going to do is you're going to determine the moles by seeing how many grams there are and dividing by your molar mass. Okay, that gives you the number of moles. Once you have your number of moles, as long as you have your volume or the liters of your solution, you can solve for molarity. Okay, so the number of moles of your solute dissolved per liter. Okay, that's the is also used to describe the concentration. So molarity and concentration are very similar. Okay, so here are your steps. If they don't give you the number of moles, you have to convert mass of solute to moles. Then you convert your volume of solvent to liters in case it's already not there. And then you calculate your molarity, again, moles of solute over liters. Okay, so here's my example. Okay, I have 10 grams of sugar, that's C6H12O6, and I need to figure out its moles. So if you look up if you add up all this stuff, 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, and 6 oxygen, your molar mass is 180.18. So you take 10 grams and divide it by 180.18, and you get 0.0555 moles. Next, you take your 200 milliliters of your solvent, and you have to make it into liters. So to make milliliters into liters, we're converting again. You either move your decimal place 3 spots over, or you divide 200 by 1,000 because there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. Okay, then you get 0.200 liters. Then you just plug it in. So 0.00555 over 0.200, and you get a molarity of 0.278 m. A dilution, again, is when you're going to add water or more solvent to your solution. The number of moles doesn't change, it's just the amount of your solvent changes. And so we have um, a particular formula for that, which is M1V1 equals M2V2. So the molarity and volume of 1 is your starting concentration and volume. It's going to equal your ending concentration and your ending volume. Okay? So we're going to take a look at 1. So if I had 6 liters of a 0.55 molarity solution, that's what big M is, molarity, and I dilute it to 8.8 liters, what's my new molarity? Well, I just plug in my numbers. My initial molarity is 0.55. My initial volume is 6. I don't know my new molarity, and I know my ending volume is 8.8. So I multiply 0.55 times 6. And then to get my question mark by itself, I divide both sides by 8.8, and I get 0.375. And that's pretty much it. All of these, all of these uh, formulas, okay, are on your chemistry reference table, as you can notice here, on page 3. It's weird. This is when we talked about how they break up stuff weird, but here's your dilution and here's your molarity. And that's it. Pretty much very simple. It's a simple plug and chug, and it's all the things that we've already looked at. Converting moles or grams to moles, converting our units, milliliters to liters. All of this is coming back. And so it's very important that you look over that stuff as well. But that's all you have. And that's the end of Unit 9.